Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to do a quick video here on Wise. Let's take a look at the reservations. I'm going to go ahead and reserve some more Wise right on this video and then talk a little bit about my strategy moving forward with the reservations, guys. And again, you kind of go day to day as you monitor how things are going. Sometimes you modify your strategy, uh, you know, every 2 or 3 days. But what I was doing is I was going in, if you remember some of my other videos, is I was dollar cost average. So I've dollar cost averaged in from the very beginning. Okay, my very first deposit into the reservation was 50 ETH that I dollar cost averaged over the entire 50 days. And then I've put in a couple more deposits, and each one of those deposits were dollar cost average into the remaining days of whenever I put in that deposit. But what I'm going to do moving forward, I'm going to start going in on the fixed days only, maybe the orange days, but I'm probably going to stay away from the red days, okay? Because again, you watch any of my videos, I always say, look, crypto in and of itself is risky already, right? Now we're multiplying that risk by going into some of these red days when, yes, you can win big, but you can certainly lose big as well. So what I'd rather do is I'd rather just go in harder on the fixed days that are remaining. And there aren't too many remaining. A lot of the days as we move towards the end of this pre-sale are going to be red days and a lot of orange days. I'll probably go into some of the orange days as well. I mean, the range isn't so bad. But the red days that, you're either getting one Wise that's divvied up amongst everyone that's in on that day, all the way up to just under 10 million Wise, is just way too risky, right? So look at the reservations right here. Yeah, so you see here, these are the fixed days that we had in the beginning. Lots of Ethereum was going in, and this day wasn't too bad. But you see here that it was 2.5 million Wise that was divvied up instead of 5 million Wise. That's typical on a fixed day, right? So we got a lot less Wise. Not that we were getting a ton of Wise here, because look, there's so much Ethereum going in. But I mean, look, you're divvying up half the amount of Wise on a red day, or this red day, to be specific, rather than this fixed day, right? Of course, it's going to be random as we move forward. This one here was a little bit less Wise. This one was actually a pretty good day, okay, because people were afraid to go in and a lot less Ethereum went in. So the fact that there was less Ethereum that went in on this day, and there was more than 5 million Wise, it was a pretty good day. So that was nice. But like I said, after experiencing like a day like day 26, where there was 817 Ethereum in on that day and only 133,000 Wise, my almost 1.5 ETH only got me 233 Wise. And that's, yeah, I'm not interested in experiencing that again. Of course, you can say, well, maybe the next red day, it'll be way more. And that might be, but the Ethereum that I'm going to continue to put in here, I'd rather have it work for me. Like I said, crypto in and of itself is risky already. Let me just go ahead and jump into these fixed days, and maybe some of these orange days. These orange days aren't too bad, right? Because you can see here, the range is 3 million to 7 million Wise. Some of these other orange days, the range is always going to be different. That at least it's not like one, right? Like this one here, one Wise all the way up to 10 million. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just dollar cost average it in on these green days, and I'm gonna continue to pump ETH into this. I think I'm at like 67 Ethereum that I put in already. I'll put in another 2 ETH today, and I just kind of look, and I just every some days I'll put in a little bit, some days I'll put in a lot more, but I'll continue to sprinkle ETH into the reservation as we move forward here. But yeah, look at this. 1,044 Ethereum today already. So this is going to be I'm pumped that there's a lot of Ethereum going in here, because of course, the more people put into the reservation, the better it is for us as we move into the launch. It's not like it's a bad thing, right? But it is when you're trying to get as much wise as you can, because again, the more Ethereum there is, the less we're all going to get, because we have to divvy up 5 million wise on a fixed day. So yeah, I might stay out of this day too. I don't know. I got to see. But something like this, as we move forward towards the end and people start to FOMO back into this thing, because people tend to FOMO, towards the end of something. This might be, a smaller day. You never know. Like some of these other green days might be 2,000 ETH, right? 2,500 ETH, who knows? And then we'll look back at this and say, man, that was actually one of the lesser days. That was one of the days that we should have went in. So it's hard to say. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely stay out of the red days for now. Who knows, towards the end, when I don't really have a choice and I want to put in some ETH, I might have to be forced to go in on some of these other red days. But for now, I'd rather just, I'm going to put in 2 ETH right now. I'll put it in on the green day. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So what you do is you go to, well, of course you can, manually hit each one and reserve your Ys, or you can just go to reserve Ys, select all, and then just scroll down and then deselect the red days. So I'm going to do it. Here I'm going to deselect that one. You just scroll until you see red. Deselect. Deselect. I'm still putting in the same amount of ETH. It's just that my ETH is going in on the green and orange days rather than the red days. I'll go into the orange days. We'll see. I still like to take a little bit of risk, but this, I know one of these days it's going to be like 1 Ys. I don't want to be in on that day. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll put 2 Ethereum in on the green and orange days. Spread it out, sprinkle a little bit here, sprinkle a little bit there. My next 2 ETH that I'll put in, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll just go in on the green days. We'll see. But yeah, the days are, we're moving faster and faster towards the end of this thing, guys. So if you want to get in on this and you want to still catch some of these green days, better to do it sooner rather than later. Because before you know it, we'll be on day 50. So, man, these fees are killing me here. $20. I'm just going to do it. Usually I would just wait, but I got other things I need to do today. I don't want to be coming back to this. I already did all this selecting and deselecting. We'll go ahead and just throw in another 2 ETH. And yeah, this is going to be a great project, man. I'm super excited for this project. It's going to start right at the beginning of the year, because New Year's Eve is when we get our Ys, and then we can start staking. There we go. There's the confetti. And yeah, I'll go over some of those strategies as we get closer to that. Right now we're not at that point yet. We're still kind of in the a little bit over the midway point of this pre-sale. So there's a lot to cover. Just talking about the pre-sale. When we get to the staking part, we'll start talking about that as we move forward. But right now, get you some Ys. If you want to get on a great project, ownerless liquidity, look it up, guys. Powerful, powerful stuff. And yeah, this might be the 10x, 100x, who knows? I think it's definitely going to 10x. Again, no guarantees. Just my opinion. I think it's definitely going to 10x. Will it 100x? We'll see. But you got to be in it to win it, right? So if you want to check this out, if you want to get 10% on your reservation, I'll leave a link underneath this video. You use that link, you'll get 10% bonus on the reservation. And yeah, super duper excited for this, guys. So that being said, I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.